Hello and welcome to another FAQ video from your friends here at Mom and Crops. Today's topic is going to be edibles. Now, the first thing that we want to go over are the various types of edibles that we offer here. Our patients actually have a very large selection of different types of edibles and drinkables. This is because not everything is going to be a perfect fit for you. Some are going to be not enough dosing, some are going to be too much, some are going to be single doses, others are going to be multiple doses. We have stuff for vegans, we have stuff for people who have no dietary restrictions, hard candy, soft candy, you name it, we got it. So let's go over that a little bit. Now, one of the first things that people ask about are going to be our hard candies. This is going to be something such as this here from the Good Guys. This is going to be 30 milligrams. This specifically is bubblegum flavor, but we do offer a wide variety of flavors. This is going to be similar to, say, a Jolly Rancher. It's about the same size, it's going to be the same consistency, and somewhat of the same flavor. Now, regardless of what the flavor is, these are all going to be about 30 milligrams, and they're going to be extremely consistent as far as dosing and size goes. It's good for somebody who knows what they want. If this works for you, it's going to be the same every single time. Plus, you have a variety of different flavors to choose from, and they travel pretty well, fit in the pocket real nicely, throw you in your purse, your backpack, whatever. They're going to go, and it's going to take a lot of heat to melt something like this, so travel pretty nice. Now, these do come in a few different varieties besides flavors. We do have things such as these suckers from Half Lit. These are actually pretty nice. They are going to be a little bit larger as far as the candy goes versus, say, the Good Guys hard candy here, even though they're approximately the same dosage. Now, this is going to be obviously for somebody who maybe wants to put it away after eating part of it versus, just going to town on the whole thing here with the Good Guy Jolly Rancher style. You can always wrap this guy back up, put it away, save some for later. Or somebody who just enjoys the candy in of itself. It's always nice to have something that you don't mind eating, and if it tastes good, and you want it to last a little bit longer versus just getting a quick bite. So you do have some options available for you in the hard candy section here. Now, that's not the most popular. We do have more popular varieties, and that's going to be obviously dependent upon personal choice, but there are some very good reasons for the popularity of our other choices here. One of the first things that I would recommend to people are going to be some of our gummies. Now, if you've had a gummy bear, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are all kind of the same consistency. They're going to be slightly different, some softer than others, some a little bit more firm, but pretty much in and of itself, these are all going to be gummy style. Now, the good thing about these is that they don't really melt. They're not going to break. They're nice and soft. You can't crush them. They're going to come back to shape once you let them go. And you can infuse these really well. And what that means is that you actually get the medication inside of the gummy. It's not sprayed on top where it's going to get on your fingers and wipe off in the bag. You're losing medication, that type of thing. It's actually infused in there. And this not only makes it more effective and more potent, potentially, but it also makes for a better tasting product. If you have something sprayed on there, you're going to get a very medicated taste initially. It's usually kind of bitter, not pleasant. These actually taste great. It doesn't really matter which one you go with. Could be the Space Gems here, could be this Mind Expanding Belt, one of our go-tos, the NorCal Confection Gummies. These are all very, very good candies. These are all things that you would not mind eating just by themselves, even if they weren't medicated. If you're a fan of gummy stuff, this is going to be right up your alley. And we do have a lot of different strengths and styles to choose from. The NorCal confections come in 175. They also come in 265 milligram versions, and they are single gummies. So you can eat the whole thing at once, which is going to be pretty strong. You can cut them up if you'd like, save a little bit for later. But again, these are typically single doses since they do come in a smaller single gummy. If you wanted to break something up into smaller pieces, something like this Mind Expanding Belt would be great. It's 300 milligrams total, but this is about a foot and a half all coiled up in here. And you can actually cut that up into pieces. It comes in a resealable bag, so you can put it away when you're done with it. I typically go with an eighth of one of these belts for a single dose. Some people who have really high tolerances will go with a quarter. You don't really need more than that. So you're actually going to get 4 to 8, even more doses out of a single one of these. And they're really good to go because you can just, Ziploc that back up, put it away, save it for later. Not going to melt, travels real easy, that type of deal. If you didn't want to deal with like cutting things, we do have individual packages that have multiple gummies in them, such as these Space Gyms. These are awesome, actually. It's 80 milligrams total, but there are actually 6 individual gummies in here. So each one is something like 13.5 milligrams, I believe. And you can take one, you can take them all. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. But if that's something where you want to, maybe try one and then up the dose a little bit later, that's going to be real convenient. It really allows you to fine tune this to your own biology, your own needs, what you're looking to get out of it, and if you have stuff to do later or not. But in either case, all of these taste amazing. They're all infused, and I do believe they are all organic and vegan as well. So if you have dietary restrictions, that's a very good point for you to remember. Now, the next thing on our list would be chocolates. Now, we do offer a couple of different chocolates from a couple of different companies. This is actually a very good example of one of our favorites here at the shop. And these are going to be the Peppermint Patties from 420 Bar. That's a subsidiary of Venice Cookie Company. Really popular company here that makes some very good products. Now, these are going to be similar to a York Peppermint Patty that you may have had. It's dark chocolate filled with that Peppermint Patty filling. The filling in and of itself is going to also be infused with cannabis butter. And these things are strong. The 60 milligram is good for a single dose, in my opinion. The 180 was too strong for me, and I have a pretty high tolerance. So I would recommend maybe eating half of this thing. If you're looking to share, or maybe just eat part of it and put it away in the refrigerator or something, one of these would be good. If you just want to munch on something that tastes good and have a really good effect, the 60 milligram would be good for you. And regardless, we do have a very wide selection of different kinds. So give us a call. Our bud tenders will be happy to tell you what we have in stock and go over the different dosages, how many milligrams are in each, that type of thing. That way we can kind of fine tune that for your specific needs. But if you are looking for chocolates, we do have those. It is very popular. It's available, and also available in a lot of different strengths and forms. Can't go wrong with these unless it's going to be hot or you need to keep it in your pocket or something of the sort. Now, not everybody is a fan of chocolate. I can completely understand that. And because of that, we do offer baked goods. These are probably going to be our most popular form of medication, as you can probably imagine. This is just a small selection of what we offer. These are going to be some offerings from, again, 420, as well as Venice Cookie Company, their parent company. And the reason why I brought these out is that they have a lot of different types and varieties and strengths. You can see we've got everything from 50 milligrams of THC in this CBD churro, which is actually 50% CBD, 50% THC, and 50 milligrams of each, all the way up to a 1,000 milligram brownie. Obviously, this is not meant for a single dose. This is, I believe, rated at 20 doses. So this is something that you could definitely cut up with a kitchen knife or whatnot, reseal the bag after you had a piece, and you can be good to go for a couple of weeks. Really, if you keep it sealed up, airtight, and you put it in the refrigerator, this thing will last indefinitely. I believe it's got like a 6-month shelf life on it, and they turn over really quickly here at the office, so you got a lot of time to finish one of these guys. If you're looking for your bang for the buck, these are going to be it. Per milligram, this is actually the lowest cost edible that we have. If you're looking at it in that regard, yes, they are kind of expensive, but you got to remember what you're getting with it and how many doses you can get out of it. Of course, there is everything in between, such as this Zinger, and we have, say, the Surfer Cookie, the Chipster. These things are, 150 milligrams, 250 milligrams, 500 milligrams. We got what you're looking for. You want oatmeal raisin, you want chocolate chip, you want a brownie. We got you covered on that. These are very, very versatile. And what's really cool especially with these two here, is that they offer CBD versions. You can see this is 50 milligrams CBD. This one's 100 milligrams of CBD. So if you're not looking for a whole lot of THC kick and you wanted some of that CBD to help with, say, your nerves, PTSD, depression, that type of thing, without kind of getting the head high, these are perfect for you, and that is a viable option. Just FYI, keep that in mind. Ask your bud tender. These are really going to be right up your alley if that's kind of what you're looking for. Also, these things taste amazing. You would think that they're going to be hard and crummy. No, they're not. This is soft. It's like a pillow. Okay, these are actually really good baked goods. This is something that, you know, I would get at a gourmet bakery and not even think twice about. If they weren't medicated, I would eat them. I'll put it that way. Now, last but not least, I do want to go over the liquids. Now, we do offer a couple of different types. First off would be just like a straight up drink. That's going to be this cannabis clincher here. It has 100 milligrams of THC in it. This is the cherry limeade version. You don't need to mix this with anything. You can obviously chill it if you want to. Shake it up. Go ahead and just drink it just like your favorite drink. If you don't want to drink the whole thing, you can always just reseal the screw-on cap there. Save it for later. Really good. You can just throw it in your backpack, good to go, put it in the refrigerator, save it for game day, whatever you want to do. These are nice and they taste really good. Plus you can choose how much you want to drink very easily, so it's pretty easy to dose with these things. Now, aside from the straight drinks, we do have drink modifiers, and that's going to be, say, like the Space Gym Elixir. These are really awesome. They use fresh fruit, whatever's in season. This specific time, they were using pluots. And so this is basically like a fresh fruit extract with ice hash in it. You can drink it straight up. It's really good, somewhat sweet. I've had a whole bottle myself, and they taste great. Or, and this is really what it's meant for, you'd add it to your drink of choice. Could be seltzer water, LaCroix, you know, it could be your favorite soft drink. Really anything that you wanted. I've seen people add these to green tea. That's actually a really good idea. You can pour out as much as you want. The whole thing would be about 120 milligrams, so you can kind of judge, you know, based on what you want. You want 60 milligrams, you want 25 milligrams, so on and so forth. Just pour that in there, reseal it. These should be kept refrigerated, but they don't have to be. They're pretty good in and of themselves, even in room temperature. That's how I had mine. But that is an option available for you. Also, what's cool with these is that they do use ice hash, which is very nice. It has a very, very good kick, and it doesn't make you all groggy the next day like stuff using BHO would, that type of oil. So this is definitely something to keep in mind if that strikes your fancy. And last but not least, we also have our tinctures, such as this here. Now, the specific one is going to be a high CBD version, so you can tell already that we do have a couple of different kinds depending on what you're looking to get. The difference with these between the others, though, is that you take these sublingually. That means that you're going to put it in your mouth and let it sit under your tongue, in between your gum and your cheek, and it'll absorb into your bloodstream that way. It works faster than any of the others, but it's also not as potent, plus you're not going to be using as much. If you have a low tolerance or if you just needed to maintenance dose, these are perfect, especially if you can't really eat anything. But again, if you have a high tolerance or you're looking to, say, mitigate a lot of pain, get to sleep for a long time, it might be better to go with one of these guys. These are going to work pretty quickly, I would say, within a half hour versus 10 to 15 minutes for these. And all of the drinks are going to work a little bit faster than any edible, since you obviously don't have to digest and break these break the drinks down like you do a cookie. Cookies and, you know, gummies and whatnot are going to be starting to affect you around, I would say, the 45 to 1 hour mark. Some people can actually take up to 2 hours, so do keep that in mind. So again, depending on what you're looking to do, get out of it, how much time you have, your tolerance, that type of thing, we have a myriad of different options available for you. So like I said earlier, give us a call, talk to our bud tenders. Our bud tenders are here to help you out, go over anything that we have in stock, go over any questions that you have, and they're more than happy to go into detail about what we just spoke about and then some. So, with that being said, I do hope everyone here has a wonderful day. Please do remember to drop us a line, give us a call, send us an email, DM us on Instagram or on Massroots, and we will be glad to get back with you as soon as possible and answer any questions. Until next time, have a great one.